Welcome to the Personal Finance Literacy class. In this course, over the next 6 sessions, we will explore the world of personal finance, helping you to see the flow of your income and expenses. You'll learn the basics of budgeting, saving, investing, saving for retirement, managing debt, as well as creating related goals. You'll be using tools to help you create, track your income and expenses, as well as your goals. My goal is to equip you with the knowledge, the skills, and the drive to make informed financial decisions and achieve your financial goals. So get ready to read, learn, and grow your wealth. And today we will cover your money values and influences. I'm Tom Carlton. I've been instructing classes for adults for 5 years at WorkSource, revolving around topics like job search, workplace soft skills, conflict management, teamwork, and a little bit on personal finances as well. Please turn to page 19 in your participants guide. There's an optional pre-training survey you can take, and then at the end of the class there's a post-training survey to test what you've learned. You may pause the presentation now to complete the survey and then return when you are ready. Welcome back. What are you most proud of when it comes to dealing with your finances? For me, it was discovering the Guaranteed Education Tuition Program, which allowed me to prepay for my kids' college tuition when they were toddlers, guaranteeing it would cover the cost of tuition for them to attend a Washington State college more than a decade later. By then, the tuition had more than doubled in cost. Your personal values can greatly influence how you manage your finances. Values such as thriftiness, generosity, security, personal growth can dictate spending habits, savings goals, investment choices, and financial priorities. For example, if you value generosity, you may prioritize charitable giving over saving for retirement. If security is a priority, you may choose low-risk investments over high-risk options. Understanding and aligning your financial decisions with your values can help you make choices that bring greater satisfaction and fulfillment. Today, we'll be discussing values, what they are, why they're important, and how they influence financial decisions. What are your values? They could include people, things, and places that are important to you and guide how you make decisions. And values shape how you prioritize time, energy, and money. What contributes to how your values get formed? Please turn to page 3 in your participants guide and take a couple of minutes to answer these 2 questions. What are the people, things, and places that matter to you? And what values might your answers represent? Please pause the presentation here. Welcome back. Here are some answers that sometimes come up. Family, faith, community, friends, media, community where you grew up, culture, and workplace. Those are some of the people, things, and places that matter. And what values might those represent? Some answers that come up have been creativity, faith, family, independence, service, social recognition or status, culture and traditions, respect for and from others. Please turn to Try It, Values and Financial Choices on page 4 in your participants guide. The scenario: Valentina and Isaiah decide how to spend their tax refund. 2 initial questions. What values are influencing Valentina? And what values are influencing Isaiah? And go ahead and pause the presentation here and return when you have that completed. Welcome back. Some ideas have come up on Valentina's values might include family, showing gratitude and independence by paying down debt, Isaiah's values might include quality time with family, education, and providing opportunities for children. Now, two last questions. If Valentina and Isaiah came to you for advice, what would you tell them to do? And do you think any of your own values are influencing how you view their situation and advice? Please pause the presentation here, and when you have those answered, return. Welcome back. Some response might come to the question on if Valentina and Isaiah came to you for advice, what would you tell them to do? Maybe call a family meeting for a discussion that could lead to consensus. This advice might reflect a value of family solidarity. Another, divide the money in half and use half of Valentina's preferences and the other half for Isaiah's preferences. This advice might reflect a value of personal independence. Now, neither Valentina nor Isaiah are wrong. Their financial choices are guided by their own values. And sometimes our values might conflict with those of our community, culture, family, partner, or friends. Our family culture may value saving and avoiding debt, but the broader community may value things like new cars or expensive clothes. And of course, the reverse could also be true. Personal goals are an essential part of our lives and can range from short-term to long-term, simple to complex, and personal to financial. Money plays a crucial role in achieving many goals, whether it's saving for a down payment on a house, starting a side business, taking your family to Disneyland, or simply providing for your family's future. Next, we will discuss what goals are, how you can use them to prioritize how you use your money. Think about what kind of future you want for yourself and your family. How would you like it to look and feel in the next few months? How about the next few years? 10 years, even more. These ideas of your future are your hopes and dreams. Now, goals are desired results. Developing a plan will help you visualize how you can reach your goals. Setting goals helps you prioritize how you use your money, so it goes towards what matters to you. Setting goals can also help you measure and track your progress toward achieving your hopes and dreams. Short-term goals can take just a week, a month, or a few months to reach. You may also have longer-term goals that take many months or even years to reach. So here's a tool we'll be using, setting SMART goals. Now, goals should be, this acronym's specific, measurable, action-oriented, reachable, and time-bound. It's all about the questions you ask yourself, so let's dive in. Specific. Ask yourself, what exactly do I want to accomplish? Why is it important to me? Is this something I really want? Defining your goal as much as possible will give you a much greater chance of meeting it because it gives you something concrete to reach for. Your goals should be rooted in your values. Set goals that matter to you and are a priority in your life. This makes it more likely you'll continue to work towards your goals. Measurable. Ask yourself, how much? How many? How will I know when I've met my goal? In other words, quantify your goal. This will help you track progress toward meeting your goal and keep you on track. Action-oriented. Ask yourself, what specific actions do I need to completely meet this goal? This could include actions like changing an existing spending habit or setting up a new savings account. Reachable. Ask yourself, is this goal something I can reach? Your goals don't need to be easy, but they shouldn't be impossible either. Time bound. When will I reach this goal? Let's try to create a SMART goal for this family. It's on page 7 of your participant's guide. Maria sets SMART goals. Go ahead and Pause the presentation here, and when you have the SMART goal, please return. Welcome back. One example for SMART goal might be, I will pick up extra shifts so I can save $20 per week between now and the end of August to pay for school supplies for my kids. And that's specific, measurable, action-oriented, reachable, and time-bound. Now turn to page 9 in your participants guide, and you're going to take one of your hopes and dreams and make it into a SMART goal. Go ahead and pause the presentation here and return when you have that. Welcome back. So setting goals can be very empowering. Some people carry their goals with them in their pocket, the purse, or their phone. I recommend giving it a try. Setting SMART goals helps you achieve your hopes and dreams for the future by providing a realistic plan to follow. Our financial decisions are not made in a vacuum, and many external factors can impact them. These include economic conditions, government policies, media and advertising, peer pressure, and cultural norms. Understanding these influences and how they impact our choices can help us make informed and confident financial decisions. In this course, we will explore the various external factors that shape our financial behavior and how to recognize and manage them, using strategies to stay focused on our goals. Earlier, we discussed the impact of your values on your financial decisions. Other factors also influence your financial decisions. How do these influence our choices about money? These influences can be productive and help you achieve your goals, but sometimes these influences can be unproductive and get in the way, making it harder to achieve your goals. It's important to understand how each factor influences your financial decisions. Think about the external influences in your lives around uses of money. What are these external influences telling you to do with your money? Are you aware of their influence? The 4 topics to use as a filter are advertisements, media, celebrities, peers, and friends. During this exercise, think broadly about different types of external influences. An example, some of your friends value thrifty, always trying to fix something that is broken rather than buying a replacement. For that topic, you might write, fix it, don't toss it, or simply thriftiness. You can pause the presentation now and brainstorm your ideas. Welcome back. So here's some ideas you might consider. Take product placement. Advertisers use product placement to make products appear desirable and appealing. This can lead us to believe that we need certain products, even if it's not necessary. Marketing slogans, such as, because you're worth it, can create a false sense of urgency to buy certain products, even if it's not within our budget. Celebrities can have a significant impact on consumer behavior, as we often associate success and popularity with products they endorse. Fear-based advertising uses scare tactics to convince consumers to buy products such as security systems or insurance policies. Social media influencer marketing can impact consumer behavior by making products appear popular and desirable. Around your family and friends. Some examples, modeling. Our family members can serve as role models for our spending and saving habits. If my parents live frugally, I might also adopt a similar mindset. Pressure to conform. Family members or friends can put pressure on us to conform to their financial values and priorities, such as spending money on certain experiences or items. Financial support. Family members can provide financial support, such as co-signing a loan or helping with a down payment on a house. Inheritance can have a major impact on our financial situation and impact our spending and saving decisions. Joint financial goals. Family members can work together to achieve joint financial goals, such as saving for a child's education or buying a vacation home. How many of you have wanted something that someone you know or a celebrity you admire has, maybe their clothes, a vacation, or more spending money? Notice what other people have, and feeling envious is human nature. You may feel like you must spend money just to keep up. Advertisers spend billions of dollars a year to make us want things and influence how we use our money. And we're all influenced by advertisements, what we see, often in ways we're not aware of consciously. This can lead us to purchasing things on impulse that aren't in our spending or savings plan and can derail our efforts to achieve our goals. So, go ahead and take a piece of paper out, and one column will be block and the other one will be resist. You're going to be coming up with what strategies you've used or could use to block unproductive messages and external influences. And then secondly, what strategies have you used or could use to resist spending money on things outside your spending and savings plan? Go ahead and pause the presentation and then come back when you have some ideas. Welcome back. Here are some more ideas, maybe that you don't have on your list, or maybe some similar ones to what you have. Recognize the tactics advertisers use to influence how you spend money so you can avoid them. For example, observe when they give you a sense of false urgency. When you see a sign or receive an email or an ad that says 40% off today only, the seller is trying to convince you to buy now, even if you don't need or want it now. You may be able to find them more cheaply at another retailer, even if it's not on sale, or the retailer may offer the sale again. Be aware of how they make it very easy for you to buy something by giving you a little time to think about the purchase. Items right by the cash register in stores give you less time to think whether you really need the item. Saving your payment information online makes it easier to spend money the next time. Notice when and where you're tempted to make an impulse purchase. What are you doing? What is causing the feeling? Is it a Facebook post from one of your friends or a celebrity? A tempting sale at Marshall's? A 30% off coupon for your favorite store in your email inbox? Know that such feelings are normal and most people have them, but when and where you have them is very personal and specific. You might even try jotting down the notes for a week. Use a piece of paper or a notes app on your mobile device. Noticing these urges will help you figure out ways you can adjust your environment and what you're exposed to. Set yourself up for success by controlling your environment. We all have a finite amount of willpower. It's difficult to resist temptation. It helps to take actions to avoid temptation altogether when possible. Examine what sources of information you read and receive. For example, what is your social media diet? What opinions are you absorbing? Are they people whose opinions you trust? Do some people you follow tempt you to spend money or derail your efforts on your goals? If so, consider unfollowing or blocking them. Unsubscribe from mailing lists that create an urgency by sending you lots of deals or coupons. You can shop for deals when you're ready to purchase something. Check customer reviews to help ensure you're purchasing a quality product or service. Stick to a list when you go shopping. You could develop a mantra that helps, such as, if it's not on the list, it doesn't exist. You could build in a pause. You may be tempted to spend money on something you don't really need right now. Force yourself to pause so you can be sure it's not just an impulse. For example, when shopping online, if you add an item to an online cart that you weren't originally planning to buy, shut down the browser before purchasing it. If you're still thinking about the item later, you can come back and buy it. In a physical store, build in a pause by not putting the item you don't really need in your shopping cart when you first see it. Tell yourself you can come back at the end of your shopping trip to get it. Don't save your payment information at online retailers. Sometimes having to find and input your payment information provides enough time for you to resist the impulse. Here are some more strategies for staying focused on your goals. Talk yourself out of it. When you're tempted to make a purchase, this isn't in your spending or savings plan, try asking yourself, is this a want or a need? Is this in my spending and savings plan? If it isn't, can I plan for this expense by creating a savings goal? If I spend this money now, how will it affect my ability to achieve my goals? Is there a way I'd rather spend this money? Talk yourself out of it, reminding yourself of your goals. For example, I want to buy a home so my children can grow up in one place. I want that more than I want this item. Buying this now will set my plan back by 2 months. Calculate how many hours or days of work an item is worth. This is a very powerful tool. It's another way to help control impulse buying and negative influences. Think about your hourly wage. If you receive full-time salary, you can estimate this number by dividing your annual salary by 2,080 hours. Dividing the cost of the item by your hourly wage, this will help you quantify the purchase in terms of a valuable thing, your time. For example, if you think of a newer, nicer phone as costing 48 hours of work or 6 full days of work, it might help you to decide to postpone buying it now and set a financial goal to save money to buy it later. So, formula: cost of the item over the hourly wage equals the hours you must work to pay for it. Turn to apply it, staying focused on my goals on page 14 in your participant guide. Take some time and answer the questions to start making plans for staying focused on your goals. Think about the strategies we've discussed today. You can use them to block unproductive messages or use them to let go of ideas that aren't helping you achieve your goals. Answer these questions to figure out which ones might work for you. When and where do I feel like I'm making impulse purchase? What are some changes I can make to my environment to block unproductive messages or resist impulse spending? What are some changes I can make to build in a pause to give me time to think through a purchase? And what phrase can remind me how important it is to stay on track to achieve my goals? Let me go ahead and pause the presentation here. And we're near the end of the presentation today. So things we can take away. Understanding your values can help you set achievable financial goals. Setting SMART goals helps you achieve your hopes and dreams for the future by providing a realistic plan to follow. And external influences impact financial choices. Use strategies to stay focused on your goals. To make the most of this class, it is good to take action immediately. So, page 16 of your participant's guide, you can make your own action plan. Answer: what will I do? How will I do it? And will I share my plans with anyone? If so, who? Take some time to answer that. You can pause and return. Welcome back. All right, the next class topic will be looking at income and expenses and how to track them. Ways to think about money, needs, wants, and obligations, a simple yet powerful concept. Looking at using a monthly income and expense log, some ideas for managing your expenses, and explore online household and personal budget templates and tools, including one of my new favorites, mint.com. Thank you for attending this financial literacy training class, Your Money, Values, and Influences. In your participants guide on page 21, there's a post-training survey, and there's also a questions and answers about feedback, which we'd love to get. If you could just respond by email to those questions so we can get additional feedback on how to improve this program going forward. For those of you that are taking the questions and pre and post questions, the answers on number 1, which of the following are features of strong goals, all that apply are B, C, and D. So time bound, realistic C, and D, action oriented. For number 2, values don't matter when making financial decisions. It always comes down to math. The answer is false. For number 3, most people aren't susceptible to outside influences around how they spend money. The answer is false. And number 4, the only strategy for resisting impulse spending is to stop spending money entirely. The answer is false. Again, thank you for your taking the time to take this class, and we hope to have you participate in our next one.